First started pursuing 35-year-old Kevin Richardson near Rolla. After failing to stop, Richardson reached speeds up to 130 miles per hour as he raced through several counties. That pursuit ended in Jasper County when deputies were able to deploy a set of spike strips near the Sarcoxie exit. Richardson told police his driver's license was suspended and he didn't pull over because he didn't want to go to jail. Just a friendly reminder that tonight is the Joplin Christmas Parade. It gets started at 15th and Main and runs north to 3rd and Main. It all starts at 6 o'clock. When you see news, call or text our tip line at 417-208-9TIP. For News Talk KZRG, I'm Ty Albright on KIX 102.5.
Joplin. To get signed up for severe weather alerts, head to the KIX app.
Time now for the KIX Kids Pledge. Today we're featuring Stapleton Elementary's Mrs. Linhar's class.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Great job, guys. And if you'd like your kids or your class group to be on the KIX Kids Pledge, just go to KIX1025.com and click on the button on the Morning KIX page to find out how to upload your audio.
Or if it's easier, just give us a call and we can record them at 623-1025.
It's the 4 states #1 per country.
KIX 102.5.
Be great if I knew what we were going into in the
Dangerous
20.
toys.
Aha.
Dangerous
And I just was pulling that
I need to
off.
stop promoting the phone number, and I just need to promote what we're talking about.
I guess, because you can't count on me to do it. That's obvious.
It's happened enough times.
Enough time, like, for the past 34, 35 years.
Morning, Sheila. Last 35 years.
So there comes a point where you realize, yeah, that's just not going to happen. So where was I? I've got too much going on at once to focus on.
You were doing the V Creative stuff. I miss biscuits and gravy. Ugh.
Okay, celebrate the true meaning of Christmas this year with the Joplin area firefighters. Christmas.
Did you know Jadab's birthday was yesterday?
No. Celebrate the. Oh, dang.
That's a lie. It was a month ago.
I was
November
saying.
4th.
I thought so. Hi there, Morning KIX.
Hey, Randy.
Hey, what's up, Will?
Hey, are you and Jen going to be in the Christmas parade tonight?
No, they won't let us anymore, man.
Yes, we will be.
No, they
Don't
won't.
let them lie to you.
She's
We're going to be
lying.
there.
We can't be there.
Randy.
It's. I mean, they made a new that
Four floats ahead of you guys.
foreclose. You're going to foreclose ahead of us.
I'm 4 floats
Oh.
ahead of you.
Well, I
Oh.
plan to have a couple of floats this morning and maybe another one this afternoon.
Randy,
So I should. Get,
come on.
what? Was that reaction warranted? She's apparently really upset by me having floats. I'm drinking a float.
Oh, that's not what I thought. They were talking about.
Be in there. I'll see you guys later.
All right, Will. Bye, buddy. She was not talking about ice cream. I was like, why are you so... She really does not like me drinking floats. No, she was talking about me creating floats like you would do in the toilet. Yeah. Yeah, I may have about 6 or 7 of those.
I was like,
That's
what?
where Jen's, hey, anybody want to float? Stop it!
It's like,
You flush that.
why are your bowels so active?
Metamucil. Docalex and forget it.
Oh, man.
You just wish yours were.
Oh.
Jan's full of crap. Jan's full of...
Oh, my God.
Oh, boy, guys. Hold on. Celebrate the true meaning of Christmas this year with a float.
That was My mascara is probably everywhere
With
now.
KIX 102.5.
Whew.
And the Joplin area firefighters, Christmas for Kids. And the 4 states #1 for Christmas, KIX 102. No, that's not.
Oh, man. Good morning, Karen. Good morning, Jimmy. Whew. That was great.
Yeah, that was.
I did not think you were talking to something as innocent as like a ice cream float. So did you guys see on Facebook, Would You Rather Wednesday is returning. Long-awaited return of Would You Rather Wednesday.
That floats.
You might have that problem after tomorrow. All you gotta do.
This is written really poorly. New unwrapped toy for a boy or girl or both. The KIX Studios on East 32nd Street in Joplin. And KIX in the Joplin.
Mm-mm.
And the Joplin area firefighters.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have to say who? We'll make
Weren't they
sure.
bringing our box over at 7?
That's what they said.
Do you think they just left it outside?
Probably. And there was not going to be any signage on it yet.
Someone's going to steal our box.
Boxes are so popular.
Thank you for sharing it, Jimmy. So for every new unwrapped toy that's brought in for Christmas for Kids, we're going to add a condiment to our wheel. And the wheel of condiment roulette. I think there's some very obvious condiments that need to be on here. Ketchup, because Randy hates ketchup.
I hate ketchup.
Ketchup has got to be on there. Mayonnaise, because a spoonful of mayonnaise sounds awful. Frozen butter, so he's got to like gnaw on it.
What? Come on, that's
Horseradish.
unhealthy. I'm going to get botulism or speculitis.
Speculitis.
Sounds legitimate, doesn't it, though?
Uh-huh.
Speculitis affects thousands of Americans each day.
I think a spoonful of
Sugar makes the medicine go down.
buffalo sauce.
That's hot.
Just
Wait
plain
a
old
minute.
buffalo sauce would be fun.
Male buffalo? Wait a minute. Did you just say male buffalo?
Plain old buffalo
Oh,
sauce.
Plano. I thought you
Yeah,
said
yeah,
male.
blah, blah, blah. Okay, 3 seconds. We gotta go. Randy,
That's
come on.
cannibalistic. KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
Sunshine with highs nearing 52 this afternoon. It's 39 in Joplin.
Don't forget the Joplin Christmas parade's happening tonight, and we are going to be there.
I'm so excited to see you. Come see us.
Bring tomatoes for Jen. You can toss them.
Oh, what, Randy? Throw them
And-
at you because you hate ketchup.
Speaking of dangers, we've got this year's list of the most dangerous toys that you should avoid when buying for your friends of your kids of your kids or your friends' kids or strange kids, kids in Kentucky.
We're going to share that list with you in just 10 minutes.
Asian kids, foreign
Here's
kids.
Miranda Lambert.
Gunpowder and lead's, by the way, #3
Very
on the list.
dangerous.
Yes.
It's the 4 space #1 for country.
Hispanic kids, Russian kids.
102.5. I think I just said 4 space.
Four space. Four space #1. Shoom.
Morning, Sarah. Morning, Megan. Will says, how about a spoonful of hot sauce? He cannot.
No.
Okay. Here's the thing. No hot sauce. We don't want to kill him.
Contrary to what you may have thought.
He cannot do spicy stuff. That's already been debated and shot down.
I'm not a fan of what I should have said is I love hot stuff, and then it would have not been a factor. No,
Mustard's
my
on the list, Will.
post-ulcerative stomach will not handle hot stuff.
So we're not going to put him through that.
Throwing up all over the place.
I want to bring in like some
Which is really what
vinegar.
they want to see. Vinegar is not a condiment.
You bet it is.
No, it's used to get dye out of clothing.
It's a condiment. Look at pickles. Look at cucumbers.
I just have a problem with the word condiment. I cannot see anything.
Well, it's because
else.
you say condiment.
Condiment. Condiment.
Karen says, get him some wimpy sauce.
Wimpy sauce. What?
See, they're all saying vinegar is a condiment. Exactly, guys. Thank you.
How?
It is.
You use it to dye Easter eggs.
So So I'll bring some condiments, some
Condiment.
vinegar.
Condiments
I think I've also
sound
got
like,
red wine vinegar. We could do
did
that
I
too.
have 4 condiments? We're done eating now.
What
I
about
need a
olive oil?
condiment.
Is olive oil considered a condiment? You put it over your pasta.
No.
You put it in your, what is it, your hummus?
Olive oil dressing might be where it's prepared and, they put spalmalongas in it.
Oh, I can add some homemade spalmalongas to it and
You
bring it
don't
in.
have any spalmalongas. It's too late in the year for those. You've got to grow them earlier.
They're out there hanging with the snipes. Yeah, see, people put vinegar on spinach, put it on salads. You can use it to lose weight. Balsamic vinegar. I think I have some of that.
My wife eats that.
Morning, Lisa. Put it in chili.
Not balsamic
What do you put in
vinegar, I
chili?
could see.
Vinegar in chili
What?
or olive oil in chili?
That's it. You need to sit down.
I thought about doing a spoonful of sour cream.
Makes the medicine go down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're going to have to go easy on spoonful.
That's half the fun. Better than like a shot glass full.
Mm-hmm. Can't do that.
Could you imagine trying to do a shot full of peanut butter? It would just sit there.
That's how they used to get the horse on Mr. Ed to talk.
I use vinegar as a cleaner or as fabric softener. But vinegar is a multi-use tool. It can be consumed. It can be used for cleaning. It can be used as fabric softener. Okay, Jimmy puts vinegar in her chili. Okay.
That's weird.
See, there's so many things you can do with vinegar.
Yeah. Put it in the toilet and flush it.
A shot would be better. I agree.
Takes care of all floats. I've heard floaters, but not floats.
I mean,
Normally,
close
when I
enough.
think float, instantly I go to ice cream. Not Jen. No.
I would have, except this is you.
She goes to poop. Do you need to go to? Do you need to make?
No, I'm good.
Do you need to float? We all float down here.
Yeah, right.
I mean, that movie ruined it for her because all she could think of was poop. There's Pennywise with defecations everywhere.
Ew, gross.
Randy! I'm like, you want an ice cream float? Randy! I'm like, what? It's Coke or root beer. Oh my gosh! Little contextuality here.
Knowing you, I was like, there's no way he means an ice cream float. There is no way that's actually what he means.
I like poop in my soda.
Ew.
Yeah. That's where your mind was.
I thought you were trying to do that thing where you mean something else. You're trying to be hee hee ha ha.
Yeah.
Oh, my Atlanta.
Oh. So I'm looking on the list here.
Mm-hmm.
Did I not get the story for Hallmark? I don't guess I did. I'll put that on the calendar or on prep here in a second. Do you want to do Would You Rather Wednesday sell right there, or would it be better to do it at the 50?
Let's do 35. Be
What
The
is the
bird.
setup for the 50?
We're doing the boxes.
Yeah, I know.
Bunch of online
Doing-
shopping. All
what's
these
the
boxes are
setup?
showing up. It doesn't need to be some big thing.
Then the 50 might be better for the promo if we don't. Of course, there's not much setup for the 35 either, except there's a job opportunity. I need to listen to that.
Here, we got a seg. 5 seconds.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states, #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen
We'll find out the most dangerous toys right after Sam Hunt.
on KIX 102.5. Why are my pop-ups not working?
Your pop-up's not working.
That page won't work with an ad blocker.
I've got to take my nail polish off.
Dang it. I don't have time for this. Come on.
I'll steal your freedom. I'll let you down. I'll tell you.
How do I prevent the ad blocker from working on this site?
You go
You web
to-
permissions. Oh man.
If you click on the extensions button, do you see
It
that?
does not work. It just shows on all sites on this. I mean, I guess I can turn it off.
Turn off for this website or this page. Click one.
Oh, there it is. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I was clicking up on the extensions tab. And it was not working.
No,
And
no.
now it will not reload. I may or may not be able to get there. There we go. Finally.
For what it's worth, my internet has been incredibly slow on this computer. I don't have that problem in my office, but here it has creeped.
What's that again? It is what?
Creeped. A Squishmallow's on this list? No.
Okay. That is done. What else? Dangerous toys we have done. I am saving the news again because that's the 35 is in there now. There was something else I needed.
Oh, good. My Microsoft Word just froze. Come on.
What else was it I needed? That took so long to resolve that I've forgotten about what else I needed to do. Great.
Great. Oh wait, are you gonna come up? My Microsoft Word is just crashed.
Here, I am also putting it into the calendar. So you
Thank
can
you.
pull it up there if you need to. There you go.
Appreciate you.
Technology is just unbelievable. Last night, trying to get the music to work for the parade. KIX 102.5, the 4 states, #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
We'll see sunshine this afternoon with highs in the low 50s. It's 39 in Joplin.
And we'll give you a look at the weather forecast in about 4 minutes.
So as you're shopping for Christmas presents for the little ones in your life, we want to help you to be aware that some of the toys on the shelves these days are just straight up dangerous.
Yeah, the most fun ones, in other words.
So we've got a list from Watch, which is like the World Committee of Toys or something like that.
Worlds Against Toys Causing Harm. That's the way we're.
Thank you. So these are their nominees for the 10 worst toys of 2023.
They say the organization that it contains hazards like toy weaponry with potential for blunt force and eye injuries. How else are you going to harm your sister?
We have the original Squishmallows Razy has the potential for suffocation.
The full list is for the 10 worst toys starts with Disney's The Little Mermaid King Triton's all-powerful trident. That's the powerful blunt force and eye injuries.
That's right. And then again, we have the Squishmallows, also Soccer Boppers, has the potential for blunt force and impact injuries.
Diecast fast food truck, the Our Generation hop-in dog carrier. What's wrong with the dog carrier?
Well, you could choke on things in that.
The Orbeez rainbow.
Again, you can choke on those. We have the Splatterball Dude Perfect Blaster.
The Bee Toys Make a Melody musical instrument set.
Well,
because
what's wrong with that one?
risk you could ingest and choke them, I guess. You suck it down your throat.
Well, then I think you're playing the instruments wrong at that point.
Zumo Turbo Disc Launcher. Pew, pew.
Which, of course, you can poke your eye out with that one.
Carve Pro Stunt Scooter has the potential for head and other impact injuries. Lawn darts isn't on the list this year, so they must be all right.
Do they still sell those? I thought they took those off the shelves.
Yeah, they do in North Korea. You can go there and get them in North Korea. I've got a set ordered from North Korea. I had to be sure and give them all of my credit card numbers.
Oh, imagine
to get
that.
Yeah. The most dangerous toys
top
of
ones,
the
did you?
year. What
Sorry about that. I heard you say potential blunt force eye injuries, and I was like, why did he not say price?
Don't buy those dangerous toys this year. Your kid took small, tiny parts and swallowed. Well, he shouldn't have had it. Now you hope he'll pass it. You're checking the bowl. Toys should never, ever be so gross. Christmas times when you're spoiling your kids, they're enjoying the Chinese toys you thought were safe. But your kitty abused it the way that he used it, and all he did was suffocate. They're the most dangerous toys of the year. In the box they're amusing, but they end up bruising your poor little dears. They're the most dangerous toys. They're not safe for girls and boys. They're the most dangerous toys of the year. Oh my gosh, I think I just lost a finger.
It's Morning Kicks with Randy and Jen on the 4 states #1 for country.
KIX 102.5.
Marshmallow?
Burn them at the stake. So they're having a sacrificial squishmallow burning.
No.
Yes, this evening after the parade. Everybody's bringing thousands of them to make a big bonfire right in the middle of North Main Street.
This is they have a stack of pancakes with butter.
That you can burn.
Don't burn it.
Because they're not safe.
A cactus? Sushi? They have a sushi squishmallow?
Before
They have
winter's
a
chill
boba?
sets in, schedule your heating system tune-up and avoid unexpected breakdowns and higher utility
Blueberry
bills.
pancakes.
Right now, receive a $30 discount off the regular price of a single system tune-up. Ask about our annual maintenance plan for only $1 more per visit, which includes heating and cooling maintenances, discounts on service, and priority scheduling. Don't wait until it's too late.
Oh,
Call
Beatrice
Pascal
got
Air
that
Plumbing and
one, the
Electric today to
pineapple.
schedule your seasonal heating maintenance or visit gopascal.com and schedule online anytime. Offer valid until 11/30/2023. Cannot be combined with other offers. Call for details.
Oh, is there a commercial going? Karen?
Yeah.
Thank
We
you.
thought you would like that.
What's Marissa saying no to?
Got it.
We got it.
You can lose what to lose weight? Use what? Vinegar?
People
you-
do apple cider vinegar.
And
Lose
that
weight.
does what? Specifically?
Platypus.
All right, we're going to have to move you off that website. It's ruining things for everyone else.
Jeez.
Need you to do another one. What's the sad children one? Go look at that. The one where they're injured.
No. Mhm. Do you like blue cheese dressing?
I don't think so. It's really sour, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of most sour things.
I want
I
you to do a spoonful of real chunky blue cheese dressing. Oh,
Is it like cottage cheese?
kinda. I mean, it's blue. It's molded, molded cheese chunks.
All cheese is molded. That's what makes
Yeah, but this is very obviously molded.
Molded milk.
cheese.
Well, you know me and mold.
That's true. Morning, Kathy.
So later we're going to be talking about the most creative thing you've ever seen someone fix or use duct tape for. Most creative thing you've ever seen someone fix with duct tape, or the most creative thing you've ever seen them use it for.
The first thing that always comes to mind is those prom dresses that people submit for the scholarship. I
Yep.
mean, those are insane. They're beautiful. Oh, Kathy loves blue
Well,
cheese. I don't mind
they're
it either, Kathy.
Beautiful.
Have you seen some of the ones that they come up with? They're gorgeous.
Still.
Okay, you have not looked at the right ones then. Thank you. What's Jan doing here? Jan?
Maybe she's got the punishments today. I don't know what she's doing. She's loading her gun. Suggestifying. She's praying for guidance and strength. Jan! Hold on, we're looking at Candy Jan. It's really interesting. Okay, I'm going to sneak over here.
She's coming out. I don't know what she has. I have no idea what she's dropping off. She's got something in her hand. It's Candy Jan. Morning, Melissa. Maybe Randy's talking with her. I don't know. Randy's in kissing. Waving at her. That would be great. They just dropped our box off.
Look who it is.
It's Candy Jan. Did you see us from the window waving at you?
I didn't look this morning. Here's your candy.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mine.
No.
She said, yours, the collective your
Mine.
here.
Candy Jam brought me.
Oh, I love that, Jan.
This year, this is to honor my daughter-in-law's
Oh my
mother that passed.
Wow. Did you make these?
I've made them since 1976.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, wow, look at these. It's a ninja throwing star. No, wait.
And can you imagine what year this one was?
COVID.
Oh, COVID, right?
Yeah.
Wow, look at that.
And then here's
This is little toilet. I mean,
This
that,
is
you
so
could really unwrap.
cool.
Those are
Oh
so
my
good.
gosh.
What is the song on this? I'm trying to read it. Your name.
This one is Let All That Is Within Me. Oh,
That
these are
is
beautiful,
so
Jan.
cool.
I love this.
That is so neat. Yes, that's your pick. I've been having it here.
Yes.
Thank you.
And it was used. So
So if it smells a little
that
funny.
matters any. So do you want to see the performance? I actually have video here so that you have to be subjected to. Is that the right way to say it?
Yeah, that is the right way.
And tonight you got parade.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You had one last night, right?
Yes, I was in Carthage last night.
Yep, we got Carthage last night, and then Joplin tonight, and then Web City tomorrow.
No, we
I'll
would
meet
not
tomorrow
let her
nights.
go.
And
She's not
tonight.
allowed out in public.
Morning, Kinda. How long until the wedding? The wedding is 1 week from this Friday, which is wild to think about. Is that the one Candace took?
Yeah. Oh, that's flat. Every time I hear that note, I'm like, sounds like the batteries went dead.
Ow.
Shh. Yeah.
It was so cool. They had a
live camel and the nativity and everything else.
a guy doing pogo tricks, and there's fire and sparks, and it was really fun.
How long have they been doing this?
Years. It's always the first weekend of December.
Oh, uh-huh.
We had 6 of these we had to do.
I heard you talking about it, but I didn't get to come in.
I'll be doing the Web City
Next
Parade.
part is painful.
Randy will not be at that one. We're all going to be at the Joplin one tonight.
When they do this, those actually hurt. But they land on me.
I'm surprised they didn't send your hat any.
Well, you see the marks on my head
Yeah.
from where they landed.
Wow. Like a giant sparkler.
Yeah.
And he was up there making faces. I don't know if you can see that in the camera or on the video.
Heard another mistake, though.
No, don't do that to yourself. You did great.
So, my little angels this year, I made 158.
Goodness.
Wow.
Wow, that's a
Oh,
lot.
sick.
Kicks 102.5, the 4 states. Number 1 for country. Morning Kicks with Randy and Jen.
Here's Luke Combs.
Jen's weird. 7:33.
It's KIX 102.5. I know.
Yeah,
It gives me
it's
no time
alarming.
to say anything
Shouldn't let
back.
me out in public at all. I should be sent home.
Right, you wish.
Wait, I gave her one.
You gave me one more.
I gave her one.
Thank you.
I handed it right over to her really nice, like.
No, you threw it at me. All right, Melissa's got to work. Oh, so you're going to be at the... Yeah. I'll see you there then, Melissa.
All right, I'll walk you out.
Thank you so much, Jen.
Merry
These are
Christmas.
wonderful. Merry Christmas.
I have a niece that she has a tree that's just a Jan tree.
Oh, I love that.
Ornaments through the years.
That's actually a very cool look, really.
That I know, right?
Front and center on my tree.
Guys, look at this, what Candy Jam brought. She made these ornaments. See the angel? How cool is that? She made that. And then this star. People who are crafty like this just blow my mind. Like, I am not someone who can do something like this. This is amazing.
Such a floater.
No.
Such a,
And look, it's
such a
toilet
sweet
paper.
lady. I know. Did you see it's actually rolled on there? So, I mean, you could
That's wild.
technically you could use this for the little marks. I mean, look. It's real toilet paper cut and wrapped onto a little bitty toilet paper roll. But yeah,
How do you... I'm amazed. That's so crafty.
the way that she folds these stars, look at this.
Isn't that neat?
And then the angel, if you couldn't see over there a while ago, is actual sheet music folded.
I think they're all hymns.
Yeah, she ought to sell these. I mean, you imagine, what would you sell one of these for? $1?
Yeah, at least.
If she makes 150 of those, 150 bucks a year,
Mhm.
could pay for her Christmas presents,
There you
for
go. Oh, these are cute. I love the idea of a whole tree with something
you
like
take
this
them
on
to a
it. That'd
place
be
like the Neo Show Festival that happened this last Saturday, their
Mhm.
Christmas craft fair. You make bank. And she's obviously really good at it. 20 seconds. I probably better not stuff my face before we... What are we talking about here? KIX 102.5, the 4 states, #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
Sunshine with highs in the low 50s this afternoon. It's 39 in Joplin.
So I am pleased to announce that we have our Christmas for Kids box for this year's Christmas for Kids campaign in our lobby right now, and it's bone dry empty.
Which means you can start bringing those new unwrapped toys for boys or girls of all ages. Bring them in. Get them into the box. And when you do that, by the way, you are going to help with the return of Would You Rather Wednesday.
What?
Yeah, we're going to do Would You Rather Wednesday. Folks have been asking for weeks and weeks and weeks for this to come back. So all you have to do is
bring
one gift for the Christmas for Kids toy drive, and we're going to add it to a wheel of condiments. We're going to play the wheel of condiment roulettes.
What?
And then, so what's going to happen is tomorrow for Would You Rather Wednesday, you're going to spin the wheel, and whatever the wheel lands on, you've got to do a shot of that condiment.
What? Did not agree to...
Do it for the kids, Randy.
Oh, sure. Do that. Listen, one charitable thing at a time. Can we do that? Let's do Christmas for Kids, then let's do Would You Rather Wednesday.
Or we put them together and do one big thing. So if you bring those gifts for Christmas for Kids, you're going to help us to have Randy, hopefully, I don't know, eat vinegar or mayonnaise or ketchup because he hates ketchup.
Bro, but this is happening tomorrow?
Yeah, we're going to do it tomorrow.
Okay, but wait a minute. Let me see if I understand this correctly. If no one brings any presents for the children by, then there's no condiments on the wheel for me to try. Oh, man, that rhymed.
That was
if no one brings the presents by, then there's no condiments for me to try it.
So make sure to come by the KIX Studios, drop off those new unwrapped toys for boys or girls, all ages, by the way, and some of the older kids do want clothes and things like that.
Yeah.
So bring those by the KIX Studios. We're over here on East 32nd Street, and help us with Would You Rather Wednesday.
Drop them off in the box. The Joplin area firefighters will make sure they get to the families that really need them. They have a whole application process they go to. They're great stewards with your donations.
So the Hallmark Channel is going to pay one lucky fan $2,000 to watch 12 Hallmark holiday movies. And basically, if you do this, if this is your job, you've got to determine which of these movies is the best of all time.
Now, what you don't realize is when she said lucky fan, she had air quotes up. So. The successful but blurry-eyed applicant is going to rate each film on a scale of 1 to 10 on festivity factor, predictability quotient,
chemistry check,
tearjerker test,
and then replay value.
So my wife right now is in the running to be one of these. Actually is. But they've actually got a help wanted listing that is running on some media outlets. We thought we'd let you hear that.
Yeah, check it out.
Hallmark is seeking candidates to watch 12 holiday films in 12 days to help determine the greatest Hallmark Channel holiday film ever. Candidates must be able to tell which Hallmark Channel holiday movie is which, despite every movie starring the same actors and featuring the same fake snow covering the same gazebo. And one must totally buy into the plot, where the big city lawyer ends up falling in love with a volunteer at her hometown dog shelter. So if you have what it takes to judge which is the greatest Hallmark Channel holiday movie of all time, and the answer cannot be none of them, apply today.
This has been Help Wanted, a public service of this station.
I didn't need to affirm at the end of that.
Hi there, Morning KIX.
Got a question for you.
Okie dokie.
She said we only have to bring in one gift and you'd have to take one shot. So that means if there's 15 gifts, you have to take 15 shots.
Wait, no,
that
wait
is
a
such
minute.
a good idea.
Number
what a great
one,
idea.
nobody said anything about shots. We said
I mean, I
taste.
said the word shots, and you did not rebuke
You
that. So
should
yes,
not
absolutely.
do shots. There's no way I can do shots. I'm teaspoon, maybe.
You said that if we brought in one,
What?
you'd have to spin the wheel and take a shot. So if we bring in 15,
Then I
Mhm.
have to do 15 times.
I
I
think
guess.
that's only
Yeah,
fair,
I think-
Randy.
I think that's right. But you better not bring in no 15. You better stop. Check yourself, Linda.
What condiment would you want to see, Randy?
What? Wait a minute. Can
Sub
we
down
use
with
a
a shot.
different word than condiment?
That's what it
cannot-
is. It's a condiment.
I can't get that out of my head. It's like, it's an after.
pepper sauce, a condiment.
Well, no. Well, wait. I can't do, unfortunately, because I've had stomach history. I can't do super, super spicy.
I know that was my first go-to as well, but we can't do that.
Yeah, no ghost pepper crap. I did see an ad for Gerber's baby food. It showed Gerber's baby food jar, ghost pepper. That's hilarious.
That poor baby.
Yeah. Start them young, I say. So yeah. Yeah, I bet you were.
Well, the box is here if you've got those 15 presents.
Yeah, the box is already here, so I guess she's going to go through and count them tomorrow. Yay.
Thank you so much for calling.
Have a good day.
You too.
Bye. Yeah, we'll have to do a video of this,
Oh, you bet.
which you can watch back next month.
You're funny. What side dip would you like to chug now?
I have a passive-aggressive way of managing that. It's almost more annoying than the problem that it initially tries to manage.
Mhm. It's like French onion dip. Is that considered a condiment? Yeah.
Yeah. Ugh. Okay, but
It's
not
shock.
the liquid on top of the French onion dip after it's set outside at the
Gross.
picnic in July. Yeah. You have to have a straw for that.
Oh.
It's like oils. It's
Oh, gosh.
like the oil.
Stop.
Yeah.
Any of the condiment juice that comes. Oh gosh, it's all bad.
Condom. See, when you say condom juice,
Condiment juice.
I think of
Condiment.
what was the ketchup called earlier? You can't say that,
I can't
can
say
you?
that.
Okay.
No, I can.
Megan can. One of our calls. Duct tape fix. Christmas tree lawnmower.
Interesting.
I don't know what that's for, but there are a lot of phone calls.
Okay.
If we stick to those facts, then. But I thought, no, I didn't think there was anything wrong with that. I thought it was funny.
Okay.
If we want to make funny around those facts, then we can do that. Or not. I don't know. It's been pretty evident that we are unable to make
Right.
We can make runny, but not funny.
Ew, gross. Jimmy says pickle juice. I actually would not mind a shot of pickle juice.
What
I
is wrong
love
with
pickles.
you?
Oh, I love pickles.
You and your vinegar. I think she's just got a sour misdemeanor. Sour demeanor. A misdemeanor is when you try to have a demeanor, but it doesn't quite work out.
You know what I learned?
You miss the demeanor.
So we're getting ready to go pick up our marriage license, right? Or get the initial paperwork so we can do all that stuff.
Have you done the blood test and the shaving?
No, we don't need to do all that.
You've got to do that
No,
in
you
Missouri.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do. You've got to do a blood test
And a shaving
and a shaving for the DNA. They take actually skin cells and
to make sure we're not related.
yeah. You don't do that?
No.
Kansas doesn't, obviously. I mean,
Anyway.
our Kansas
Oh,
actually promotes
my
that.
Lanta. Oh, my Lanta.
It's like the relative dice toss. Oh, sister, cousin, brother.
If you do not file the paperwork within 15 days of your wedding, it's a misdemeanor.
Yeah, but it's probably a Class C. I mean, it's not likely that they're going to prosecute that. But
Isn't that crazy, though? A misdemeanor if you don't file it within 15 days.
there are a lot of antiquated laws still on the books. Like until the late 70s, adultery was illegal in Missouri. So if you lived with someone outside of marriage, it was actually a misdemeanor. So this is, they did away with that law, but there are a lot of residual laws associated with that are still on the books.
Mm-hmm.
So some of them very ridiculous. And again, not likely to be prosecuted. But if you were living in sin in the early to mid 1800s, you were going to be burned at the stake and stabbed repeatedly while doing so for that.
Burned and stabbed? That's
Burn
so
them!
That is so excessive.
Called overkill.
Yeah.
So is that nasty heavy metal band from the 80s.
Oh, I forgot about them.
Yeah, and most of
We can't. You're really good at that. It's a lot of no. We were talking about
Were we?
what to call the
Chicken.
tomato ketchupy juicy stuff at the
That was
beginning.
so funny over the weekend. I had a picture I saw of them handing out the puppy, and I'm in the background grinning.
Mm-hmm.
But
The puppy was so
the
cute.
chicken was hilarious. So one of the things they did at the Christmas production was they said, we're looking for something to increase Christmas cheer. So they reach into this box and they hand out a puppy. They hand out presents.
Uh-huh.
But before they did all that, they handed out a chicken.
Like an actual live chicken.
An actual live chicken. And it pooped all over the stage the first time. So I have a picture of that somewhere.
Morning, Bill. Bill says Semper Fi.
Semper Fi, brother. Here we go. So there was the elves handing out the puppy. And you can see me back in the background creepily peering over his shoulder.
Oh, geez, that is creepy.
See my red sequin jacket, though?
You were blinging.
I had to smooth the sequins down because if you roughed them the wrong way, it was silver then.
Mm-hmm.
So this is my buddy Jason White. He's singing that "Go Tell It on the Mountain," but that's his sequin jacket.
He did great.
Yeah, he did, and that's the first time he's ever sung solo for us.
Really?
Yeah, he auditioned for that. He's like, I can do that. He knew that was his.
Oh my gosh, Megan, I was just talking about biscuits and gravy earlier. How that sounded so good.
Ta-da!
It was a very, very good show. What are we doing here?
Yeah, that's exactly. I can possibly resell the. But in a direct, concise, so it's not a lot of time spent. I would say resell that, promote next hour, and duct tape's really handy when you're shipping boxes, too. As everyone is doing right now, as is evidenced by the boxes on my porch. You have boxes waiting for shipments? Yeah, but they'll be gone by the time I get home. We have a box clearing program. It's called Drive By and Run Up and Grab It Before the Doorbell Goes Off. KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 749.
Sunshine with highs in the low 50s this afternoon. Is 39 in Joplin.
We'll give you a look at 4 states news and weather in just 11 minutes.
And don't forget, tomorrow's the return of Would You Rather Wednesday.
Wait, no.
So all you have to do is bring those new unwrapped toys in for the Christmas for Kids toy drive to the KIX studios. And when you do that, we're going to add a condiment to the wheel of condiment roulette. And Randy will have to take a shot of that tomorrow.
But quit saying shot. We agreed it was going to be a little baby spoon.
Oh, it's not going to be a little baby spoon. A shot is way more fun. Could you imagine an entire shot of like mayonnaise? That sounds so gross.
We were talking about the grossest one so far is the French onion dip sweat.
Oh, gosh. Like the liquid that just kind of pools on top and it starts cracking.
Yeah, when you've been at a picnic in July and you go to open it after it's been in the sun too long.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And it's like lukewarm. Oh, that's
Why am I
nasty.
suggesting these things?
That is such a good idea. I'm going to get some like French onion dip and just leave it sitting out all morning long.
Gross. So tomorrow, yeah, that'll be happening, but only if they bring presents by for the Christmas for Kids box, which is in our lobby.
Yeah, that's at 2702 East 32nd Street here in Joplin.
In the next hour, we're going to be talking about the craziest thing you've ever seen someone fix with duct tape.
You know, there's a lot of duct tape getting used right now because everybody is shipping stuff.
Yeah, based on by the boxes that are stacked up at my front door.
Are you doing a lot of shipping right now?
No, it's just I refuse to move them in from last year. So that's, yes, Jan, a lot of shipping right now. Gosh. Room to put them on the porch.
Shopped online for Christmas.
Hit my credit limit.
More boxes at my front door. Amazon lights are coming every day.
Packages fill up my living room. Do.
Shopping at online stores.
Has me buried in cardboard.
More boxes at my front door.
It's Morning Kicks with Randy and Jen on the four states #1 for country.
KIX 102.5.
How did I forget about that? And it blindsided us. I mean, we're sitting there. Do. You see our faces? We went.
Oh my God.
Do.
10 out of 10. That was.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
You know, you're right, Megan. That is true.
Dry flour with wet flour.
Like all the flowers.
This is why I can't have biscuits and gravy.
Megan can what? Say the dirty words, Megan. That's what we were talking about.
Megan can say the things that we can't say.
Press the mute button. You know what, Megan? Hold on just a second. Megan. And that's what she did.
I know that. Isn't that crazy?
Mhm.
Never gonna forget that.
Yeah, that song was just going along just normal and do. I did not see that coming.
Like, what? We haven't done a new song in a long time.
Well, there's been no good ideas left. We've done them all.
Well, when it comes to songs like that, then you
Mhm.
know.
So I was trying to figure out how many years this has been now. Starting in May. Okay, so 89, 99, that's 10 years. 99, 2009, that's 20 years. And then 19 is 30 years. It'll be 33 years that I've been in radio this next May.
You've been in radio my whole life.
Shut your pie hole. And boy, it sure feels that way, too. For what was supposed to be just a little college side gig thing. Life happens while you're making other plans, right?
You bet. These are so cool.
And we have lived in Joplin longer than I've lived anywhere in my whole life. Which, that happened. Shut your face, Jimmy.
You're old.
Your mom's old.
Yeah, Megan's entire life, too.
Yeah, well, Megan's only like 11, so we figured that out the other day. She said she listened to me in the 3rd grade.
She's only 11. Oh, my gosh. What candy do we have to pass out tonight for the parade?
We don't have any candy.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully they don't do that. And we can just ride, wave from the vehicle. Wouldn't that be nice?
I had so much fun last year walking around passing out candy.
So weird.
I thought it was great. And then I stole Ted's last bag of candy, and so at the Maple Leaf Festival, I gave him my last bag of candy.
The Central, or was it Central Highland, the Highland Kilties from Springfield were at the Carthage Parade last night. First time I've ever seen them at one of our...
Springfield?
Yeah.
Wow.
First time I've ever seen the Kilties at a parade in this area. So I used to date one of the Kilties when I was in high school. We went out a few times. I can't... But last night, telling my wife about this because she loves hearing about all that. I was in high school, and I could not remember her name, but she was a piper with the Kilties.
Mm-hmm.
So they're a Scottish... They're not Scottish, but they are a Scottish drum corps.
How old?
I don't know, anywhere from 14 to 17, I guess. But they are hardcore. It's mostly drums, but they have lost a lot of numbers. So they used to be about 80 to 100 in this corps. Mm-hmm. And last night, I think it was maybe like 40. So, but they are still, it doesn't matter. you hear them over everything. You can hear them a mile away.
I think drum corps are awesome.
Well, these guys, they're not like a normal drum corps. For one thing, their front, whatever you call the ones with the big batons, they do this Scottish high step. All of them do when they march. So they'll be marching along normal, and they are in formation from the time that they line up until they get to the vehicle. And turning corners, everything is ultra precise. And they do bagpipes. Last night they only had like 3 pipers, but they used to, I remember, have like 20. And that noise when it hits you. And so that's the only time I ever played bagpipes. I know I can play bagpipes because she let me sit down and play around with hers a little bit. And I realized, oh, this is easy. And she showed me how to do they call a constant squeeze. So you have to blow them up and then keep pressure on them at all times to continue making noise. Kind of like an accordion.
That's a lot of hand-eye coordination and multiple things.
Not really. Not once you get them aired up. Now, while you're airing it up, it sounds like you're killing something. Because it's... and then it comes out, solid. But there for a little bit, it's painful. And then once you get it fully aired up...
Drum majors, Tiffany says.
Yeah, the drum majors. Well, they have one main drum major that leads the whole thing and does all the calls. But then they have like 2 rows of them. And they do, New York City Rockettes when they march. I mean, real. Their feet are coming up head level.
The kilties?
Yeah. Springfield kilties. I never looked. Central. It is Central High School. Here. What's this? Whoops, not on the air. So, Springfield Central is a private school. And they do have these, they're not buglers, they're like bugles, but they're the great long ones. Come on. This is last year. They're not marching right. There's the pipers. Only 2? That can't be right. They're so loud. That's what it sounded like last night. Oh, there's more. It's all female, too. You see how hard they hit? And I don't know if you can see or not, but they show the drum head from a distance, and those poor things are so beat up. So loud. They do that high step thing. It just gets louder and louder and louder. So that's about a quarter of what it used to be when I was a kid. Isn't that cool? So they were at the Christmas parade last night. They actually do a Highland dance while they're marching. Never seen a drum corps like this. I guess kiltie corps are very common in like New York and Boston, those areas. Right here. Oh. Oops. This person's dangerous. They are so stinking loud. When you're next to them, you'd swear it was like 500 drummers when you're anywhere in their vicinity. I'm going to find the bagpipe deal.
I want to hear the bagpipes.
Oh, what is this? That's not Scottish.
Morning, Kathy. Sunshine with highs in the low 50s this afternoon. We'll see clear skies with lows in the mid 30s tonight. Sunshine and 50 for Tuesday. Sunshine upper 50s for Wednesday.
KIX 102.5 storm tracker radar's not showing anything over the 4 states.
37 in Monette, 38 in Pittsburgh, 40 in Joplin. To get signed up for severe weather alerts, head to the KIX app.
So in the next hour, we're going to be talking about the craziest thing that you've ever seen anyone fix with duct tape, or the craziest thing you've ever seen them use it for.
You can call or text to let us know at 623-1025.
Here's Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani.
Nobody but you.
On KIX 102.5. Yeah, beat it up, Jen. That's right.
Morning, Brandy.
So this little dance they're doing here is a little too sexy for Scottish. Doing all their formations. I'm skipping through, trying to get to the bag. And, you know, really for a little high school in Missouri in Springfield, it's pretty impressive. But they've been around for 100 years. No pipers. Yeah. $1926. There's. So this is at apple butter making days in Monette or Mount Vernon. So I guess they're really getting around this year. Trying to see their piping. Oh, yeah. That's why they don't let them play, I guess. Sounds like when I play. So some of them aren't in tune. Yeah, that's why. Man, used to. No, you weren't. Let's go back where they were bigger. The sword dance. The fling. Well, these, apparently the websites, the YouTube. This is 2020, might be a little bigger. Your face isn't scrolling over. The sword dance. All right. This is from a few years ago. Get your hat on. They're supposed to bounce. Yeah, their numbers are. Looks like just 2 bagpipers. I mean, I'm serious. When I was dating, what's her name? Whatever her name was, there were like 50 pipers. And it was like this wall of sound that would hit you. That's it. Yeah. And it's like this cult mentality at that school about the Kilties. I mean, people audition years ahead of time, and they have to go through this special training process and everything. And it's like most schools have football. Central has their Kilties. It's like a prestige thing.
Have a great day, Karen. Kathy's going to be here in about 45 minutes with the pillow. Yeah.
Thank you, Kathy, because
Kathy.
my neck is sore and I need a
No,
nap
it's not for you.
really bad.
It's not
I'm gonna
for
lay down
you.
and
It's for the
snooze
ring.
for a
It's for the
while.
wedding. The wedding, which is a week from Friday.
Something has been wearing me out today.
Whatever could it be?
Whatever could it
I know it's not me.
He was there when the meteor took the dinos out. He invented a tree guitar and played one note to steer the meteorite in a different direction than him. That's how he survived. Shut your pie hole, Megan.
I mean, if the shoe fits.
Jimmy said saw him on TV. The news showed them.
I mean, that's really cool, though. I've never seen anything quite like that.
No, and they are, for a bunch of high school girls, I mean, it's phenomenal. They're not quite the synchronicity that you see behind like Phantom Regiment and stuff like that.
Well, yeah,
Some
but
of the
those
big
are like
college level
college
ones
level.
that audition people from all over the United States to be in them.
Right.
There's scholarships around them. But for a little high school drum corps, from a little, I think they are a 2 or a 3A school in Springfield, little bitty school. It's impressive. Hey!
Yes, pull out the full name. Get him.
Always right after the 8 o'clock, and it always ruins the rest of the day. Thank you, Megan.
Oh,
See?
my gosh. Excuse you.
Flush your floaters. If we do that, Megan will be gone.
Gross. These are so cool.
So apparently using the laughing emoji by itself is a sign of age.
Yeah, allegedly. Which is not good because I use that emoji a lot.
If you do the skull and crossbones and the laughing emoji, it's way cooler because you're dying laughing. That's what that's supposed to.
Or do what you want.
Yeah. And like it. It's groovy. That word has died.
Except don't do that. That word's dead. 3 seconds.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states, #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 808.
Sunshine with highs in the low 50s this afternoon. It's 40 in Joplin.
So we're wanting to know, besides a physical restraint, what is the craziest thing you've ever seen someone use duct tape for?
You know, the first thing that comes to mind is all those just beautiful ornate prom dresses that people make for that scholarship.
It's not what she said off air. She said what comes to mind is Thursday nights.
Hey, no, that's not what I said. I was completely ignoring your physically bound whatever thing. Why are you looking at me like that?
Okay, Jen.
623-1025 to tell us the craziest thing you've heard duct tape used for.
On KIX 102.5. I can make moments so awkward, Zoe.
Thank you.
All I have to do is go.
Golly. Thank you. I was like, I know what he just said about duct tape, but I'm going to ignore that and keep selling the topic. And he's like, nah, you're not, Jen.
What?
Don't do that. Quit doing that.
Heck,
It's freaking me out.
it's not playing.
What is it?
Okay.
That's fun.
My sister sent me that. Random.
Very. Where is that? I already got rid of it.
This is my brother.
Wow. Where's that picture from? That's amazing.
Elementary school from there, 1964, 65. I don't know what grade it is, but it looks like 2nd or 3rd grade.
That's pretty cool.
I'd never seen that picture before.
How'd she find it?
I don't know. Probably went and held people hostage and took it from them.
Rode into the 4-state area on the wings of a pterodactyl.
I'm here!
I hope so too, Jimmy. I hope that woman actually does bring in 15 toys. That would be awesome.
They say now that the number of Americans between the ages of 18 and 30 that are living with their parents, Americans, half of all Americans are living with their parents between the ages of 18 and 30.
Is it they're living with their parents or their parents are having to live with them?
No, they're living with their parents. These are 18 to 30-year-olds living at their parents' homes, the homes they grew up in. Wow. Moochers.
No.
Get out.
There are
That's because
extenuating circumstances.
failed parenting. That's what that is. They are not breaking their plates. They are enabling. We enable our children. So rather than forcing them to confront life and live it, we're doing it for them.
You know what I'm saying? Nah, I'm saying. What are you doing to your voice? You did a weird, like, guttural trill thing. I have little packets of ketchup. I just remembered. Bobby has an entire desk drawer full of condiments.
Just in case, you know.
Well, you never know when you might need some.
Him and the wife get a little frisky. They got a condiment.
No, at his drawer here in the office. It's got like soy sauce
Weird
in it.
that he would have condoms here at the office.
No, they're not condoms. Condiment.
So they have asked the question for some reason, Rose, what does space smell like? Which doesn't really, wouldn't it be counterintuitive? There's no air to carry scents
Yeah,
on.
you can't smell in space.
Astronauts saying that have experienced spacewalks often describe unexpected smells similar to burnt steak and spent gunpowder. So cordite and carbon, probably.
But you're in a spacesuit. How can you smell anything? Or you're in a rocket.
Yeah, what you're smelling is your environment within your spacesuit, I would think. But they're unsure if that's that or if they maybe just farted in their spacesuit. It's also the smell you get when you film a movie with Alec Baldwin.
Oh. Randy.
Oh, so this is funny. So you remember last year we got a Capital One card. The Capital One has a card that you can use in other countries and there's no exchange rates.
Right.
So they don't charge you to spend your money, which most credit cards do. And it's a ridiculous. I mean, it's something like 5 to 10% on some purchases. So if you're spending $90, it's $9 more. It can really add up quick. So they have one that doesn't. But we don't like credit cards, don't use them ever. But my wife decided we were going to get one of these and use it on the vacation so we didn't have to take our debit cards. The only problem is when she applied for it with her perfect credit score, her credit score is like 850 or something. It's like the highest you can get. Mine's a little below hers. So she did, and they would only give her $1,500.
Which is crazy to me.
Yeah. So they said, well, you've not used it enough. So we used it a whole bunch of times, paid it off right before we left. Tried to get them to raise it. They would not. So we thought, well, by next year they will.
Right.
So she used it throughout the year and paid it off repeatedly. Tried to get them to raise it. They would not.
Really?
Finally, she contacted someone. They agreed to raise it $300.
That's it?
Yeah. So I said, well, let's just do this. Since I'm just a signer on your card, which is what it is, I said, let me apply for one. And that way we'll at least have two.
Right.
We'll have, around $3,000. That ought to hold us for spending stuff while we're on our trip. They gave me a $10,000 limit.
What?
Yeah. So we figured out what it was.
What?
It's because she refused to have the same as cash offer selected. It's one of the deals. Would you like to have cash options on this? And she said no.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing we did different.
That's insane.
But I have a $10,000 limit. $10,000 limit. Your bougie credit score. KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 8:16.
Wanting to know what's the craziest thing you've ever heard duct tape used for?
623-1025 to text or tell us.
Here's Dustin Lynch.
On KIX 102.5. There we were.
All right. Sharks are being active in Mexico. Stay out of the water, Megan says.
Bermuda is where they're being more active. So a person yesterday was killed in a shark attack in Bermuda off the coast of Nassau. And they said they were out, they were swimming quite a ways out from the beach. Not swimming, they were on a paddleboard. And were out paddleboarding, and the shark attacked and killed a lady, I think. I think it was a lady. Yesterday. Mm-hmm. First shark-related death that there's been in years.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I wouldn't want to go out. Well, I plan to do jet skiing, which is going to take me out quite a ways, but I think you'd be okay on a jet ski, right? Unless you run into Jaws.
Mm-hmm. I would assume.
Although it is easy to wipe out on a jet ski.
Well, sharks have really bad eyesight.
Yeah, and they think that they're seeing seals a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Or things swimming on the surface that they're attacking.
So allegedly, you just have to get yourself positioned out of his line of sight, and then you can kind of motion him along.
Problem is also that they rarely are individual sharks. It's usually a school of sharks that you have to deal with. And when they feed frenzies, there's groups of them, and they go into this attack thing where they just swarm.
Yeah. Chris uses duct tape to do repairs on his box truck. What kind of repairs? Yeah. A truck that has a box on the back of it? No, yours is just a truck. You know what a box truck is.
Your face knows what a box truck is.
Your mom's face knows what a box truck is. You know what I'm saying. Why would you do that?
I'm tired.
Are you leaving early today or no?
As early as I can. I've still got to do intros for the new songs. I didn't have time to do them yesterday. That's all I have left to do, though. So probably. Are you?
I don't know. I'd like a nap beforehand.
Well, I need to get home and get the show done early because I can't take a nap. I got to take Bella to the vet. And that's at 2:10 this afternoon, so that kind of screws everything.
15 seconds. Here we go.
I'd like to get my show done before that so I don't have it waiting on me.
Right.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 8:19.
Sunshine with highs in the low 50s this afternoon. It's 40 in Joplin.
And we'll give you a look at the weather forecast in just 4 minutes. Tell you what it's going to be like the rest of the night and for the parade tonight in downtown Joplin.
But we're talking about the craziest thing that you've ever heard duct tape used for.
To silence Jen. That's not crazy.
That's rude.
Yeah, that's
Brandy.
not crazy either. 623-1025 to text or tell us what's the weirdest, craziest use you've ever seen for duct tape.
Well, we have 2 things. I did a Christmas tree.
What?
My daughter crawled under to get a present, and the Christmas tree fell over and broke, and so I duct taped it back together because we had 4 days till Christmas. And then my lawnmower, the metal piece on the front that protects it from the blade, it popped off, and so I was like, I didn't want to go buy a new one, and so I just duct taped it so it would hold it back, and it worked great.
What is the craziest or weirdest thing you've ever heard duct tape used for?
In 2005 in Al-Assad, Iraq, we used it to cover a hole on the side of a Russian cargo plane so that it could continue flying.
Oh, my gosh. So there wouldn't be a pressure leak, in other words.
Exactly.
And that worked?
It made 3 trips to Dubai, from Al-Assad, Iraq to Dubai and back before they had to finally down the bird and fix the hole.
Stupid Russian planes always getting holes in the sides of their fuselage.
Yeah, especially during wartime.
What's the craziest thing that you've ever heard duct tape used for?
My mom had one of those outside vinyl picnic tables, that come with the white chairs, and my buddy leaned against that table thinking it was a solid table, but he fell on it, so it shattered in I don't know how many pieces. My mom was pretty irritated with us, but 8 rolls of duct tape later, that table was fixed, and she still has the table today.
And let me guess, that's a solid piece of equipment right there, isn't it?
And waterproof.
And it's a conversation piece, too.
Yeah, oh, yeah. She gets asked about it a lot.
What's with all the duct tape, Linda?
I mean, 8 rolls of not toilet paper, of duct tape on one table.
Yeah, let me tell you, okay, first off, if you confuse duct tape and toilet paper, you have got a long day ahead of you.
That's just going to be a bad day. Just go back to bed at that point.
A long, clean day.
What is the craziest thing you've heard duct tape used for?
623-1025 to text or tell us.
You can also tell us on Facebook.
It's the 4 states #1 for country. I think I did hear it yesterday. Now that I hear it. I think I hear
But we
it.
also listened to it. To hold a side mirror on to keep the panels from coming off until he can get home and add screws. And duct tape is good for so many different things. It's wildly underrated, I think.
Love to add screws.
I can't believe it worked on a plane. A plane in the air. That's wild. What's that song?
What? Barracuda in my heart, but it doesn't sound like that. It sounds like the theme to Bonanza.
We need to do Mumble the Hits. That'd be so much fun.
Well, maybe we do that this Friday instead of Classic Country
That would be fun. Theatre.
Mumble the Hits. We need an intro music for that or something.
Yeah.
Might be a little distracting. Might be hard to talk over.
We'll just do that for the Mario theme song the whole way through. My daughter moved to Utah so she wouldn't have to deal with her mother-in-law, Megan.
So there's a buddy of mine who is on a station in North Carolina. He has, I don't know where they're at on this, but yesterday he barricaded the studios, will not let anyone in or out, and has been in there for the past 30-some hours playing Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You over and over and over until they get 1,000 presents for their toy drive.
Wow.
Getting national news off of it, too.
That's so cool, though.
I barricaded myself in a radio studio some 20-some years ago. I didn't get national news coverage. I raised money for the Fraternal Order of Police with it, and I didn't. I took off all of my clothes while I was
well, that's why that didn't get you the
adults only. It's Morning KIX After Dark.
You stop it. Your first day's weather.
Oh, come on, Megan. Leave.
What?
She said, I was here first. I ain't leaving.
So my eye doctor, I haven't lived in don't do that. I haven't lived in Manhattan. Stop it. For almost 2 years. I moved here almost. Stop.
Wait a minute.
Oh
wait a minute.
gosh.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Do it. You're very obnoxious about your inhaler. Just do it.
Your face is obnoxious
your mom's
about
face
mine.
is obnoxious about your inhaler.
Hey!
Anyway. I don't even remember what I was going to say now. Thanks. Thank you. Oh, I moved here like almost 2 years ago, right? But stop it. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind.
Hey, Jen, when did you move here? I wasn't saying nothing. I was just sitting here quiet.
It was not quiet. It was obnoxious.
Look here. So in Jewish cultures, this is a microphone.
See you soon, Kathy.
Bye, Kathy.
You just like spanked it.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that makes me so twitchy. Not spanking the microphone doesn't. No. It's... Woo.
I moved here 2 years ago, but my eye doctor still calls me to try to set up appointments even though I told him I moved.
What is it? Is that what you were working?
Yes. Are you doing like ASMR?
I doubt it. I doubt there's anything ASMR or about this.
Microphone.
Twice on its birthday.
I mean, there's lots of things you can do to a microphone for ASMR.
Spanking it. It's not one of them.
It's not one of them.
Grandma
Hello.
Doris. I want a Grandma Doris. Don't blow on the microphone.
It's got stuff all over it.
Yeah, it does.
Look how nasty that is.
Yeah, it is.
When do we get new microphone covers? Do we buy our own?
Never. Not unless you whine a lot about it to Mel.
I want a red microphone.
There it is. Okay. A tourist has died in Mexico.
Oh, Tiffany says that was like nails on a chalkboard. Okay, so
this is not in Nassau. Oh, good gosh. They have pictures of it.
I don't want to see it. So apparently there's more deaths than just that one.
Okay, this was on the Pacific coast. There was in Mexico.
Coast?
So there have been 2 shark deaths already this week.
Oh,
one was yesterday. I'm sorry, it's over the weekend. On Mexico's Pacific coast near Malacca, a lady died after having her leg bitten off.
Oh my gosh.
The woman, Maria Fernandez Martinez Jimenez, she was just northwest of Acapulco is where this happened. And said her daughter escaped injury despite being right beside her in the water. Said she helped the child to safety by placing her on a floating play platform after becoming aware that she was in danger. And while trying to push that platform, the shark attacked her and bit her leg off.
Wow.
And she died from blood loss on the beach. Yeah, horrible picture.
Yeah, Megan says, I thought I read 2 different stories.
A swimming race was taking place at the time.
It's Christmas music.
Okay, it's near Quijoatlan. So there, and now one yesterday in Bahama in Nassau. That one, Nassau. Yeah, a woman from Boston killed in the Bahamas while paddle boating at a Bahamas resort at Sandals in Bahamas.
How far is that from where you're going to be?
Quite a ways. Long ways. I mean, about as far as Acapulco is from Cancun. Okay, I apologize that Jen's ruining this for you with her imagery.
I'm enjoying the music.
Like Stevie Wonder on his wedding night. That's pretty good. I got her with that one. You need to be writing these down. This says down below, I love this. Shark attacks, particularly fatal ones, are rare. On average, sharks kill 5 people per year. Well, they're really racking up the quota this year.
I mean, it's December.
The odds of getting fatally attacked by one of the fish are less than 1 in 4 million. They are, however, more likely to be in the Caribbean because this is winter. The Caribbean. Because they do travel into warmer waters during the winter months. So they are more likely to be in the temperate zones than they are to the north. So you hear more about sharks like in the Atlantic, Northern Pacific, Northwest and stuff during the summer months. So, yeah.
Now look up how far sharks can travel in a day, Megan says.
No, you can't make me.
Wow. How fast do they swim?
Depends. How much underwear they're wearing.
They don't do that. 12 miles per hour. Wow! An orca can swim 35 miles an hour.
Not that fast. Look up how fast a barracuda. How fast they can swim.
Orcas are so beautiful.
The
wow.
barracuda is the fastest fish.
Wow.
Yeah, it does. Like if you are talking the, what is the Arctic shark? They supposedly live for hundreds of years. So they have Arctic sharks they have tested and discovered to be 200-300 years old. How is that possible? I don't know. But they move very slowly.
They're so cute.
Said, stop spanking the mic. Megan, I do what I got to do. I gots to do. I does what I gots to does.
Oh my gosh. These orcas are so cute. I can't get over it.
I wish you could get bit by an orca. I may or may not swim with the dolphins this time.
You should. That would be so amazing, Seg.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states, #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
Wanting to know, what's the craziest thing you've heard duct tape used for?
623-1025 to text or tell us.
Here's Dirks on KIX. What was that?
Steve Wonder. I love you. Yeah.
Stop trying to throw me off. It's working.
So when I went down there, we went up to the viewing zone, and the lady came over with her clipboard and everything, and she goes, you would like to swim with the dolphins? And I was like, yeah, but I looked up at the menu board, and they wanted like $40 to go out there and be in the water, and they bring the dolphin up, and you pet it and play with it and everything. To swim with it was like $60 to swim with the dolphins, and you get twice as long in the water with them. You get to play with them more and everything, and then you get to actually grab hold of their dorsal fin, and they drag you across the pool.
Oh my gosh, that's like my dream come true as a kid when you'd pretend to be a mermaid and you'd envision
back. So, or you can do the single one, or the one where the two of them get behind you and push you with their noses on your feet. You hold your feet stiff, and they shove you through the water. And I'm like, I don't know, $60 for that. And she goes, I tell you what, we're trying to fill up our quota. I'll do it for 30. And I didn't do it because for a number of reasons. My wife was like, we need to really conserve our money until we know what we have. And then later when we did, we had, kind of signed off on that idea. But I think I might do it this year, especially if I can get her to go back down to $30.
That would be amazing.
$30 though.
I would do it totally.
It's like a 20, 30-minute
It's like
experience
a once-in-a-lifetime thing.
Is it once in a lifetime? It's not that big of a deal. I don't feel like it's that big of a deal.
There's not dolphins in Missouri. You don't have easy access to dolphins.
There are two.
When's the next time you're going to be that close to a dolphin?
Every can of Star-Kissed tuna is full of dolphins.
Oh, my Lanta. No. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh.
So I showed you pictures of all the dolphin thing, right?
You did. I think I would cry if you swam with dolphins. Like, I wouldn't even be the one swimming with dolphins, and I would cry for you.
So the cool thing is this year, because we took all of the pictures last year, we don't have to take any this year.
Have a good one, Melissa. Yeah, Jimmy said she'd do it for 30.
Yeah, I thought that was, that's an okay price. I wasn't sure of all the experiences and everything. I would really like to go back to Escaret, but Gina doesn't want to because you walk a lot. It is a lot of walking, but it's so beautiful there. So we're going to be going by the dolphin place every single day because the spa is right next to that. There is the spa.
Oh, it's beautiful. What? Go swim with dolphins and then
right
go
across
to the
street
spa.
from that.
Oh,
Okay.
my gosh, and have a drink. I want to go. 5 seconds, Randy. Look at the dolphins. 3.
2. KIX 102.5, the 4 states, #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
Sunshine with highs in the low 50s this afternoon. It's 40 in Joplin.
We're talking about what is the craziest thing that you've ever seen duct tape used for.
You can call or text to let us know at 623-1025.
What's the craziest use you've ever seen someone put it through?
Well, it's not unusual, but it's the maple bacon, just because it's so weird to do as a dessert.
I'm not sure you heard our question right.
Yeah, what question are you answering?
I thought you said, what's the weirdest thing you made with a cupcake?
I think we need to fix your hearing aid with some duct tape.
We said, what's the weirdest thing you ever fixed with duct tape?
Oh, with duct tape.
Do you understand? We were like, what?
I swear you said
maple
cupcake.
bacon? Bacon?
Yeah, we got to fix either your phone or your hearing aid with some duct tape, my dear.
Need to get some duct tape on your phone.
I have actually fixed my back window of my car with duct tape.
Now that I'm thinking about it, though, wouldn't maple bacon duct tape be cool?
I mean, it would be kind of cool if it actually smelled like maple bacon. Yeah.
Be like a new definition of tapeworm.
Oh,
Hi there, Morning KIX. What is the craziest thing you've ever fixed with cupcakes?
I had a buddy of mine. We were headed towards Republic. We had a blowout on his truck. All we had was 3 rolls of duct tape. So we fixed that tire with duct tape and aired it back up, made it to Republic's tire shop.
Now, wait a minute. How did you fix the tire?
We took 4 rolls of duct tape. Now we duct taped it until that hole sealed.
I bet that was a bumpy ride.
It was a little rough and a little slow, but we made it.
What is the craziest thing that you've ever fixed with duct tape?
I made my daughter a hair bow for a duct tape day at her kindergarten class.
You know what? My daughter, I think I was talking about this earlier. She's made me a wallet, a tri-fold wallet with like 8 different pockets in it out of duct tape.
Nice.
What's the craziest thing that you've ever heard duct tape used for?
My daughter and her friend used duct tape to hold up their strapless bras under their prom dress.
Not a chance those are coming down.
Absolutely not.
Tell us the craziest thing that you've ever fixed duct tape with duct tape or used duct tape for at
623-1025.
Or you can tell us on Facebook.
It's the 4 states #1 for country.
KIX 102.5.
Phone ringing.
Hi there, Morning KIX. What's the craziest thing you've ever fixed with or used duct tape for?
Well, my son's car broke down in Texas. He was out there in the military, and he had a little Geo Metro, a little 4-door. I don't know why they put 4 doors on it. It's like, anyway, I pulled it with a Honda Civic station wagon, and all I had was a 6-foot chain and a roll of duct tape. And he was that close to me. And, of course, with anything, it's just like a wonderful car. I was pulling him like 60, 70 miles an hour, and he's a large child, a large man, and he was holding both doors at the same time, screaming, "Slow down, it's broken!" Finally stopped. He says, "Mom, that car ain't never been over 40. What the hell are you doing? You trying to kill me?"
Thanks for. That's awesome.
Oh, that's so great.
Thanks for calling.
Have a great day. Bye.
Yeah, that's the Dolphins. So I don't know. I might do that, but it's not like a.
It's not like you can easily access that
bucket
opportunity.
list thing, though, for me. Yeah, swimming with a fish. I've swum with a lot of fish.
Not a dolphin.
No, it's not a fish anyway.
It's different swimming with a dolphin than it is swimming with.
They seem really sarcastic too. They're like,
One of my favorite stuffed animals growing up was a dolphin beanie baby. Like
A dolphin being a baby.
Beanie baby. Dolphin beanie
Okay.
baby. So dolphins just.
So
Smart.
I sit out there. They've
Morning,
got a
Carol.
pavilion area with these like bleacher seats where you can sit on the side and watch those. And I sat and watched for a little while when it wasn't, when the dolphins were just out there playing. They weren't performing. And you can tell when they're performing and when they're just playing. So this is the little game that they play. So they have about 3 or 4 of them, and they're bullies. So what they will do is they'll get together, and it's almost like they'll get over, and you can see them going, to each other, and then they'll all swim over together to the big orange ball, and one of them will flip it out of the pool. They wait until the handler will be around there cleaning up and stuff. When he goes inside, that's when they all run over to that ball and they flip it out of the pool. And then they start really loud, squealing like this. And he'll come out after a few seconds of this and throw the ball back in the water, and they'll toss it around a little bit, and they'll quit playing with it, and they'll move over. He'll go back inside for something. They immediately run over and get the ball and flip it out.
That's so funny. Dolphins have such fun
They
personalities.
did that over and over. I was telling my wife, look at these little jerks. They're doing that to me.
They're just playing.
And then they immediately flip it out of the pool.
Oh, my gosh. I love that.
Watch us make the human do this.
I think the dolphin I had was Flash. Flash the dolphin. It's not the pink one, the Beanie Boo. And it's not the one that looks like it's sitting. What are you doing?
Flash.
I watched a capped on TikTok. He gets out on his kayak and fishes in Florida. Dolphins are
Peach flippers or Richards. Yeah, they are. They really were being little jerks.
What's the emoji after the peach?
I'm afraid to ask. But they were really it was like jerk behavior, that they were doing. And they were nice enough, I could always see with the people, but you could see this was routine when they began working, what was routine and what was them just goofing off. They very strong personalities.
That's so cool. Dolphins are great.
They're right there. The dolphin area is right in the very center of the resort. So our hotel is over on the far end of the cove, lagoon, whatever you want to call it. We're over here, and then there are 1, 2 hotels, I think. And then there's the dolphin deal, the spa. They've got the boating marina and everything. And then there's another hotel and another hotel. And all this has this big, long walkway right along the waterfront and the beaches. There's beaches on each place. And then behind the walkway is amenities, restaurants, buffets, all these things, stores. They've got a shopping mall in the middle there, bowling alley, theater, laser tag.
Cool.
Escape room. You name it. It's in this place. You never have to
do laser tag.
We have a laser tag facility here, or we used to. I don't know if it's still open. But it's just everything you can think of, literally, that you would ever want to do is at this place. And what's cool is when you get there, they give you a little bracelet, of course.
Right.
And there are different color bracelets for different levels of admittance to things. So the gold bracelets, which you want to do, you just want to do the gold bracelet. For one thing, room service is free. If you do the gold bracelets, you get premium consideration for reservation. So if you call to make a reservation at a restaurant, all the restaurants are free. You don't pay for any of those. But gold bracelets get consideration before everyone else. So if someone has made a reservation, say a blue, they won't confirm that until say 5 o'clock that evening. And that's so that they see if any gold come in first.
Wow.
And if you're a gold bracelet, then you get automatically confirmed. So, but you use that to get in to do any of these things, and it's all included. You don't pay for anything, so except for the dolphins.
That's nice.
And the spa. You get to use the spa once a day for free with the gold bracelet. And then premium services like massages, beach massages. We did a couples massage that was unbelievable. 2 hours. Okay, it cost $100 for both of us. 2 hours with champagne, chocolate-covered strawberries. There's a hot tub. There was the massage. It all started with the, what they call the temperature therapy. So,
like you get hot, cold, hot.
Yeah, hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold you would do, and they have this whole process you go through. It lasted over an hour. So the whole deal was like 3.5 hours long. And when we walked out, I swear it was like, drool coming out of the sides of our mouths and everything.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable.
I bet you're ready to be back.
Yes. So I agreed with my wife since I made her walk all over God's creation, all over Mexico last year. And she had to do zip lines. Bless her heart. So I still have the picture of her angry face as she goes by me on a zip line, and we're like 1,000 feet over the jungle floor in Mexico. Mm-hmm. And she agreed to do one of the zip lines to try it. And that if we didn't like it, we were going to get down. The only thing is, to be able to get down, you have to go ahead and do another 6. Because they go from point to point to point to point. And by the end, she had blood on her hand where she had cut herself somehow, and a scrape on her leg. And she was very angry. But she did it and did not blame me. And I'm like, I'm sorry, babe. It's okay. Let's just do it. Let's just get it over with. But she did not have a good time doing that. And at Xcaret, we were there 16 hours. And her watch said that we walked almost 16 miles that day.
Oh.
Plus, we swam 2 miles to the coast through the
That's a lot.
Through the cenotes. So yeah, she was worn out, and she's just. I mean, me, I run around like I'm a 20-year-old.
Yeah.
She acts her age. So.
Yeah. I bet her feet were killing her after. I mean, that's a lot.
They were, and she wore the wrong shoes. I had on the good shoes, those Adidas, and they're like walking on a cloud, and it was even hurting my feet. So,
I mean, 16 miles. I mean, that's a lot.
That's a lot of walking. Mm-hmm. But if you pull up like Xcaret and look at a map of their facilities, it's mind blowing. It's bigger than Silver Dollar City. Mm-hmm. Let's put that into perspective, okay? It's about like 4 Silver Dollar cities. And we went over the whole thing. I'm one of these OCD people. I can't miss something.
Yeah.
So I went through and planned out our route and how we were going to go from here to there to there to there to there to there. And there is a lot to see at that place. It's kind of a combination museum, amusement park, cultural exchange, geographical site, all in one deal. So they literally built this park around an ancient Mayan village. Seaport that the Mayans used for shipping and exports and imports. And so they've got a harbor that the Mayans built that you swim in. It's crazy. And there are a couple of the pyramids there and stuff. And then they built the rest of the Mexican heritage stuff all around.
Right. I mean, you were showing me pictures. It's beautiful.
It's crazy. I would like to go back to that and see it again. You can swim with sharks at that park, by the way.
Nope.
That is, and I think they want like $100, but you get in and swim with them. And
are you in a cage?
No.
Oh, are they the little ones?
No, they are big ones. I have video.
5 seconds.
It's crazy. KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
Sunshine with highs in the low 50s this afternoon. It's 40 in Joplin.
And we'll got the morning KIX takeover starting in just 5 minutes.
So make sure to go on the KIX app and vote for the songs that you want to hear this morning.
We're talking, though, about the craziest thing that you've ever seen someone use duct tape for.
You can call or text to let us know at 623-1025.
What is the craziest thing you've ever used duct tape for?
One time I taped the drive line to my truck up.
Seriously?
The drive shaft?
No.
Yeah, the bolts were broke on it, so I had to have something. And we went to a rise, they didn't have the parts. So we just wrapped it in duct tape, went as far as we could. We got 4 or 5 miles before it broke down.
Ruined the drive shaft, I'm sure.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
I mean, people keeping their cars running, keeping a plane in the air with duct tape, that's insane.
What's the craziest thing you've ever seen someone use duct tape for?
I saw the whole back window of a vehicle here in Joplin the other day. Took a picture of it. The whole back window was nothing but duct tape.
How do you back up with a a window like that.
Can you still call it a window at that point, though,
Yeah,
honestly?
Yeah, I don't know, but I couldn't believe it.
Did they at least put a fun design in the duct tape?
No.
No, just very functional.
What is the craziest thing that you've ever heard duct tape used for?
You know what a grain hopper is?
Yeah.
The big truck full. Okay. I found out that I had a 10-sized, quarter-sized hole in one of my hoppers, and I had a load of corn on, and it was leaking. I stuck the rag in that hole and put duct tape across it. I mean, I duct taped the heck out of it, and that duct tape held it until I got to a shop to get the hopper fixed. You're talking about 40 to 50,000 pounds of corn in that trailer.
Yeah, otherwise you would have had a line of cows following you the whole way there.
Exactly.
What is the craziest thing that you've ever seen duct tape used for?
Well, we didn't fix it, but we rented a house, and whoever lived there before us, they used camouflage duct tape to accent their stove and, like, the countertops. And so someone strategically put it on the sides of the countertops in the kitchen and on the stove and stuff.
Duct tape as a decorating tool.
Yes.
It's genius.
I mean, I'm kind of curious about it, though. Camo as a highlight for your utensils and things. I'm kind of on board with it.
Yeah, sure, whatever. What is the craziest thing you've ever used duct tape for? You can tell us on Facebook.
At 623-1025 to text.
It's the 4 states #1 for country.
KIX 102.5.
So that's the size of the sharks that you swim with. That's one of the sharks there. They're big. Like
What's the comparison for people?
10, 12 foot long. Hello?
Okay. Are you good if I go for a second?
Hold on just a second. Hi there, Morning Kicks.
I was passing through a small town somewhere between Lamar and Springfield. I saw somebody had completely remade their convertible top with duct tape.
Really? Well, I guess if it gets it done, right?
And it didn't look half bad.
Wow. Thanks for calling.
Yep.
So I've got a picture of the pool area where they do the swim with the sharks at. Hold on. So this is the pool area where they do the swim with the sharks. So you go over in these buildings over here, and they put on the life vest and everything for you, and that's where you get in with the guides. This big walkway here, people stand all along this to watch people swimming with the sharks. It's great advertisement for them. And there's another walkway over on this side. But you get in there in the water with them, and first thing they do while everybody's watching is they give an educational deal where they talk about all the sharks, their eating habits, their mating habits, that they're not really that dangerous, and they're lovely, cuddly, adorable creatures. And then they take a bucket of blood and they dump some of that in the water and cause a frenzy. So these sharks are like boiling. Parts of their tails are coming out of the water as they're fighting to get in there and consume that blood. And then they say, who's first to get you, in the water? Meanwhile, Kathy, how's it going?
And Chris.
Meanwhile, they get, everybody that's already in the water. Hey, dude. Look at it. How'd you get that on the fabric?
I do that. That's what I do for a living.
What? How do you
It's
print
dyed.
it?
It's dyed.
No.
Is it a screen print?
No. It's basically what you got to do is it's a special ink on special paper, and then you heat press it.
Okay.
When the heat activates the ink into a gas, it bonds it to the material.
Now, I worked at a radio station before we were here. We made all of our own T-shirts, and we made them for each live broadcast, and they had this stuff. So you'd have to go print off however many you wanted, but they actually had a press. You'd stretch the shirt onto, and it had a heat press that we would use for that.
It looks so good.
But mine rarely came out this good.
I
Yeah,
know.
that
It is
really is.
flawless.
Sometimes they smeared, and
Yeah, no, that one won't crack or peel or anything.
wow, that really looks good.
Doesn't it?
Yeah. So that is the pillow for the ring. Ta-da.
And then the boy
So-
will carry that.
There we go.
I need to make sure all the cheesecake is out of the ring. When we were at the Neosho Chamber dinner, he smashed cheesecake on my ring.
Because you wouldn't get your hand out of my food.
No one's gonna believe that.
Yeah.
Well, we could only stay for a minute because I got a doctor's appointment.
Well,
but
thank you
guys
so
want
much
recess
for
in the
that.
road?
Yeah,
Candy
get
jam will.
have a recess.
Are you sure?
Yes.
We have a whole bag full.
You're turning down Reese's?
I know.
Call Ripley. That needs to go in a Believe It or Not pile.
But you guys have a good day, okay?
See you later, guys. Thank you.
And we won't be at the wedding, but we'll be thinking about you.
Hopefully you'll be able to watch still.
I will.
Well, she
Yeah.
will. I'll be working.
Oh yeah. You always gotta work, Chris.
I know.
Here, I'll walk you guys out. I'll be right back, Randy.
All right. So let me change scenes here where you guys can see this a little better because looky. So wow. Nope, wrong camera. Oh, that's Jen's camera. I've got to be on Jen. There we go. Oh wow, her camera's not working very well. So you can see this place is beautiful. It's got waterfalls and that's a waterfall over there and these huts where you sign in at. And if you'll look down here in the water, right here, you can see one of those sharks swimming around in there. But they've got like 20 or 30 of them in there that you swim around with. And when I say swim around with, you can put your arms around one and hold it like that, which to me would cause great irritation for the shark. You can pet it and everything. So that is the swimming with the sharks. You never actually go underwater with them. I guess you could. Some of them had snorkels on. So, and I was like, yeah, no thanks. No, that's all right. One of the questions was asked is how many people have been bit there in the tank? And they said never anyone. And I'm like, well, sure, yeah, like they would admit that. This is a picture of me. They have these giant sea turtles in there. And they are the largest sea turtle preservation area in the United States, or in the world. Sorry, United States, they're in Mexico. And they have thousands of them. So this dark area over here by the walkway, that's all sea turtles. And they have a hatchery there and they grow them. And you've seen man-o-war and stingrays before. You know, that you can pet like at Bass Pro, the little ones. They have giant ones. So you see this guy standing down here? This is a guy standing next to this one that's in the water. Yeah, so it's just such a cool place. And that is just one of literally hundreds and hundreds of things. They have a Mayan village recreated there that they do crafts in and everything. They've got one of the only tidal pool beaches on the coast of Mexico. It's just beautiful. And this big sandy area where you sleep, they've got a waterfront wharf where there's like tons of restaurants there, which is included, by the way, with your park admission. They've got Mayan ruins there. They have a traditional Mexican cemetery there. There's this really weird church. Then they've got all the cenote swims that you can swim for miles through. Yeah, these caves all the way up to that beach, and they take your clothing up there for you. So you put your clothing in this special case that they have and put a padlock on it, and they give you a key to it, and they bring all your stuff up to the beach, so it's waiting there for you where you can change. It's really, really cool experience. And that whole thing was about the price of going to Silver Dollar City.
Yeah. Oh, wait, you have it switched to just you, so they couldn't even see it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I had it on the wrong camera. Oh, okay. Now we got to do all that again. So I was showing them the turtles. There you go. I was looking at the wrong camera. And the giant stingray. So you see that guy standing down there by the steps?
Oh, yeah.
Right next to him.
Careful, that's what killed Steve Irwin.
Yeah, that thing's huge.
Look at this pillow.
But
isn't that beautiful?
And I was showing them some of the areas where they do the shark swim. So you can see back there the launching area. But there's waterfalls everywhere. Everything looks like it just naturally happened. I mean, it doesn't look like something that was built. And it looks like you're right in the middle of the jungle for all this. And you have to walk from location to location. Hi there, Morning Kicks.
Yes, I want to call in about the same thing I ever did with duct tape.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
What's the craziest thing you ever used it for? Oh, no. Oh, no, that's just mean.
You should have duct taped his butt shut.
Why didn't he just cut through the duct tape? Why didn't he just cut through the duct tape? That's got to be quicker than driving to a gas station. Did you like your husband?
Apparently not. Thanks for calling.
That's so funny. Thanks for calling. You too.
I'm trying to find. Here's the coastal village that I was talking about.
They're saying camera still ain't right. Oh, yeah. What's going on with the other camera? Why is there a camera like... It's me twice at different angles.
So this coastal village where they've got pagodas and stuff. You just go sit up there and swim, and you see that great big house right back there. That's a big restaurant. It's just, and everything is so freaking gorgeous. It's not right. And then that night, they do this huge theater production with all the Mexican heritage and a full, 7-course dinner that is included with that. All of this for about the price of Silver Dollar City. So, and I swear, all of this stuff was still cheaper than going to Florida. Sounds like it would be super expensive.
It does.
And
it
it
really
just
does.
is not. It really is not. And I will say, I expected, most of the people at these things to be from foreign countries, from around the world and stuff.
Sure.
Mostly Mexican people were the tourists that were there. So it's, I think, made affordable for them.
Right.
And we get to benefit from it. So anyway, yeah, she doesn't want to go do all that again, which I'm like, really? And they've got about 6 or 7 of these parks. Each one's different. I mean,
Right.
This one's the Heritage Park. They've got Explore, which is all about doing. It's the one with the zip lines and the 4-wheel drives that you drive through the jungle on and swimming through the underground caves and stuff. It's all about doing, and it's called Explore. Then they've got another one that we did not go to, which is all about... It's kind of like if Grandfather's Mansion was a big park.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah. And again, they pick you up at the resort, take you to this place. Meals are included. You spend the day there, and it's all about experiencing optical illusions and stuff like that. But it's just the whole place is like that. And we were like, do we want a day of that?
Yeah, I feel like that would get old.
Or an
after a while.
afternoon? Like Explore, we only spent, I think we went there at 10 o'clock in the morning and left at 4. So that was not that long. But at Scudderette, we got there at 7 in the morning and left at 10 that night. Now, not all of that was spent doing, I mean,
Still.
we didn't get in until around 8 o'clock. By the time we went through the gift shops and everything and got all of our stuff for the day, it was about 8.
Yeah.
And then the last 2.5 hours of that was the show. Yeah, we were so exhausted. You had to prepare for that place.
We got a second, 20 seconds.
Oh, wow. We need to get off here, I guess.
Uh-huh.
Jen's like, can we wrap this up? I'm tired of these people.
12 seconds.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country in the morning KIX takeover.
Here's Hardy on KIX. All right, so tomorrow we want to hear your unpopular opinion. It's a
Yeah, she did not have a good time.
So tomorrow it was Tell Us Your Unpopular Opinion. It's also Would You Rather Wednesday, so make sure to bring those toys in, drop them off in the Christmas for Kids toy box. And Randy will have to eat a condiment.
Last one, I promise. But I mean, look how high that is. You can see the coast.
They can't hear it. Yeah, look how high that is. You can see the coast. They're about a mile away from the coast over there. There's a light or something. Yeah, why is it so slow? That's a really slow launch.
See how the Earth curves. Look how high we are.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty cool. You can see the Earth curve.
Yeah, it was ridiculously high, in other words. But I'm still apologizing for that. All right, guys, have a great rest of your day.
Bye. Would you rather Wednesday? Bring presents.